We're back from Canada officially, y'all. We're back in action. We've hung out with Emily now a couple times since we got back. But y'all, I have been dealing with something that is not fun. And I know, I'm positive there are some viewers out there who can relate. Hey y'all, it's Brandon, and I am here today with a solo mukbang for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I'm going to be doing some story time today about some health issues I've been having recently. Nothing crazy, but I am feeling a little bit under the weather compared to usual. So, and I have been for a couple weeks now. But anyway, so we'll talk about that later, but I just want to go over what I got with you guys real quick today. I got hibachi. So I've got some hibachi chicken with grilled veggies, some rice, a salad, and then y'all, my all-time favorite thing that I get at hibachi places is the soup. Now, usually at hibachi places, the soup is like a clear broth with like onions and mushrooms in it. Well, y'all, the place near the house here, they have a soup. It's a little bit darker in color, but y'all, it is still so delicious. And I cannot wait to grub for you guys today. So yeah, I'm just going to get right to it. I'm just going to start eating and then we'll start chatting. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's been going on lately since I got back from Canada on our big trip we took. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pour me some ginger dressing on my salad real fast. I'm not a huge ginger fan, so I don't do like a ton. It's just not like my thing. I love ginger ale, but I don't love eating like normal ginger. But y'all, let me show you my plate real quick before we get started. So there's rice over here, some veggies and chicken in the middle, and then my salad here. And then this is the soup that I love, y'all. If you are ever feeling sick or under the weather, y'all, this soup is so good. And I promise soon, I'm going to buy this. I've looked at the recipe online. I've tried a couple like instant mix things that kind of claim to be similar to the soup, but nothing works. Like, nothing matches the taste that this stuff has when you get it at a restaurant. So anyway. But yeah, and y'all, I do love shrimp sauce. I really hope that the places near you have it. A little birdie has told me that not all hibachi places like all across the nation have the shrimp sauce. A lot of people, I think, call it yum yum sauce, but y'all, it is so good. And I just love to just like douse my, my meal in it. And I'm sure I'm going to have people coming for me after I explain kind of what I've been dealing with lately, especially for eating this meal. But anyway, live and let live, y'all. And please do not come for me. Oh, I cannot wait for this first bite of soup. This is like my favorite thing, y'all. Oh, it's so good. And it's just like, I don't even know what makes it so good, but it is so good. Anyway, so we're back from Canada officially, y'all. We're back in action. We've hung out with Emily now a couple times since we got back. But y'all, I have been dealing with something that is not fun. And I know, I'm positive there are some viewers out there who can relate. I have been dealing with gallbladder issues recently. And let me preface it by saying I had a realm with my gallbladder back in 2013. And that's actually part of the story, but anyway, we'll get there. So So for the past couple months now, I've just not really been feeling like myself. Like I've always had kind of like a weird stomach, like a sensitive stomach, and just had stomach issues. Like, maybe this is TMI, but like I'm one of those people who like, you know, when the urge hits me, I gotta go when I gotta go kind of thing. Anyway, and it's often too. But, so yeah, so like in high school, in like college, I had stomach issues. I was diagnosed with like mild IBS, which I've kind of always dealt with. And like, really I control that more about just like watching the foods I eat. It doesn't really stop me from eating things I know I shouldn't eat, but then I just kind of like, I know when it's going to happen or like what's going to trigger it. But anyway, y'all, so back in 2013, I was having some really bad cramping like in my upper right stomach. All the stuff online said, you know, oh, it's like definitely your gallbladder, blah, 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 blah. Well, it got to be worse. I got to where I was like having permanent like discomfort and pain in my back, and apparently that's a symptom, is what I found out then. And so I went to my doctor. He referred me to like a gastrointestinal doctor. They ran a test on me where they like ran something into my veins, and I guess like checked on my gallbladder. Well, basically, I paid like almost $1,000 for this stupid test, only for the GI doctor, like his office, like a couple days later called me, and basically the conversation was like, oh, like, you know, the test was non-conclusive, we didn't really see anything wrong with your gallbladder, so, you know, you're good, whatever, like, go on your merry way kind of thing. Like, no explanation as to why I was having the symptoms, no explanation as to what could possibly be wrong, like, other than my gallbladder. It was just like, well, we didn't find anything, so bye. So then, I looked up online, I did a gallbladder cleanse, which, y'all, it's pretty controversial if you read about it online. Some people claim that it works, some people claim it doesn't, but anyway, I will say this. I did it. It consists of, over like a 48-hour period, mixing, y'all ready for this because it's nasty, mixing like mixing like a half a cup of olive oil, just like straight up olive oil, with a cup of like all natural grapefruit juice. So y'all, no sugar added, no sweetener, just straight up juice right from the grapefruit. Which y'all, if y'all know what grapefruit juice tastes like when it's not been added, no sugar or nothing, it is nasty. It is so tart. You drink that, and then an hour later you follow up with a full 8 ounces, like a cup of salt water. Not just salt water, but Epsom salt water. And y'all, when I say that I was like, you know what, my brain's out for like 48 hours, that is an understatement. But y'all, it seemed to work. Like, the pain and the discomfort like went away like shortly after I did the cleanse. I don't know if that was coincidence. I don't know if it was the cleanse, but it seemed to help. Well, one of the symptoms I've always had is like up near my gallbladder, which is like right here on your body, like right kind of under your right rib cage, your right side under your rib cage. Ever since then, I've always had this like weird, like twitchy, like fluttery feeling, like not like pretty much consistent. Like every day I feel it. Sometimes it'll cramp up. Usually when it cramps up, it's super fast. It's almost like somebody's making a fist in there and then it releases really quick. But anyway, been done with that for years. Just kind of dealing with it, like whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Who cares? Well, fast forward to a few days ago. We're back from Canada. I was like on the couch watching TV. I had a really, really bad pain hit me there, like a solid cramp. It hurt me really bad. It left me sore. Then the next night, I was up and down all night with my stomach, and with that happening more. And then the straw that finally broke my back and was like, you know what, I'm going to go back to the doctor, was I woke up one morning before I was supposed to go to work, and it was like, it was cramped. And y'all, it did not release this time, and it stayed that way for like what felt like eternity, but probably was like more like a minute or 2 minutes. I don't know. The worst pain I've ever experienced, y'all. Like it was horrible. And so, alright, I guess it's time for me to go back to the doctor. So I call the doctor. I'm like feeling sick all day. I hadn't had any sleep. My stomach is in pain. My back hurts. It's just feeling like crap, y'all. Which is kind of how I felt for a while now. Especially since that happened, I've really consistently been feeling pretty bad. Like, I haven't felt 100%, if that makes sense. Anyway, so fast forward, and I go to the doctor. And I can't see my primary doctor because, you know, he's booked for like 2 weeks or something. So I have to see like the nurse practitioner at my practice, which is fine. Saw her. She was great. So she's reading through my record and she's like, oh, I see here, you know, back in 2013, you had you know, this certain test for your gallbladder, and then you had an endoscopy where they run a thing down your throat. And I was like, wait, I never had that. And she was like, oh, are you sure you're not just forgetting anything? And I was like, no, I never had an endoscopy. I would remember if someone had put me to sleep a little bit and ran a light down my throat. Like, A, I would remember that because I would have been terrified. B, I don't like being put to sleep because who likes that? And C, I probably would have had to pay like $1,500 for it. So God knows I would have remembered it. Anyway, so then she's like reading through the notes and she sends me a paper where apparently the GI doctor had like said, okay, the test he had for his gallbladder was not conclusive, but we're going to go ahead and move forward with the endoscopy. Well, the only communication I had with that doctor's office after my initial test was just to say, oh, the test didn't find anything, like, sorry, you're good, whatever. I never knew that the doctor wanted to do an endoscopy. I never knew that was an option. They never called me back again to tell me that. So here I am, like, you know, and I told the doctor that I saw recently, I was like, that's really annoying to me because, like, I was really annoyed at the time when it was just, like, kind of like, oh, like, whatever, it's not a big deal, you know, you'll be fine. And, you know, I was super annoyed. And so I was expressing that to her, and she's like, well, we're going to get to the bottom of it, we're going to get to the bottom of it. So anyway, so we're still trying to get to the bottom of it, y'all. So it's been a few days now. I'm feeling a little bit better. Every now and then, you know, it'll just kind of cramp up. But it's just kind of weird, like, not knowing, like, when I eat, like, am I going to feel nauseous after it? There's been a few times when I felt nauseous to the point where I've had to throw up. A couple times it happened at work, like in my office, which was kind of embarrassing. Sorry, y'all, but it's so much easier to drink this way. I hope y'all don't mind that I'm drinking right from the bowl. But anyway, so now we're kind of in the middle of all this. I'm having more blood work, more tests, and ultrasound, all this. So, I mean, I'll let y'all know, you know, what happens. I'll keep you posted. But as much as I don't want to have surgery, y'all, I am to the point to where if it comes to that, and like if it's like, you know, they do all this testing and stuff and it's like, oh, we don't really know, it might be your gallbladder, blah, blah, blah. Like, I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. I don't know why, but I feel that. Just like kind of in my gut, I feel that. As much as I don't want to be put under and have surgery, y'all, I think I'm just going to do it. Because it's like, if that's what it could be, then let's go for that, you know? But yeah, y'all, all that to say, send some good vibes my way. Be thinking about me, I guess. Because, like, you know, I mean, it's not like I'm in excruciating pain or anything. It's just more like, it's more like a constant discomfort and, like, not sleeping well at night, which is really affecting, like, my day-to-day life. Like, it's hard for me to, like, I mean, it's just hard. I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah. So, that's what's been going on. Especially for those of you who might follow me, like, I think on my personal Instagram and stuff. You've probably been seeing a little bit about that. But anyway. Yeah, so that's my health story time. So we're in the middle of that, y'all. And here I sit eating this hibachi chicken. But, y'all, oddly enough, I'm trying to think, like, the only things that I've eaten in the past, like, 2 months that I knew, I was like, oh, God, this is probably not a good idea, was, like wings. We had, like, buffalo wings, and that is probably the one thing where I was like, I probably shouldn't have that, and then, y'all, it was not good. But the doctor asked me, she was like, you know, do you notice it's triggered, like, the pain is triggered by certain foods? And I was like, honestly, no, like, it happens, like, at night when I haven't eaten anything recently. You know, it happens during the day sometimes when I haven't even eaten anything yet. One time it happened after I drank coffee. Another thing that sucks since I've been doing all this is that I have never in my life had acid reflux. But there have been several nights recently where I have woke up like in the middle of the night with like literal, well, I don't know if I should say it, but just stuff in my throat, if you catch my drift. And like had to run to the bathroom and like let it out. And it's, ugh. And that feeling out is awful. And it burns so bad. But I know I'm preaching to, I know somebody out there is a choir and I'm preaching to you. So if you have had these issues and you would love to share, I would love in the comments. If you've had some gallbladder issues or you've had stomach issues that sound kind of like what I'm having, I would love to hear your story or kind of what resolved it for you. Or if you had, especially if you had something similar to what I'm telling you and then you had gallbladder surgery and it went away, I would love to hear from you. Anyway, back to the food. So, y'all, this is from this little hibachi place near the house. It is so yummy. Now, I will say I did order no rice to be a little healthier, but they gave me the rice anyway. So I'm not going to eat all of it. I'm going to leave it in a little pile over here. I'm going to eat some of it. But yeah, y'all, this is cute. It's like this cute, like, it's just, well, I don't know if I'd say cute. It definitely 100% used to be a Pizza Hut. They turned it into a hibachi grill, and it's like on the side of the pretty busy highway here in Charlotte. It's so good, though. It's a great place to go, like, get takeout. It's kind of funny, though, because there's all these, like, young guys who work in there. And just, like, the atmosphere is funny. It's, like, because it's a really old building, and there's, like, a giant TV at the back. Where they're, like, always watching some kind of sport. Either basketball or football or baseball or something. And it is so loud. Like, when you go in there, the TV is turned up so loud, you can hardly hear yourself think or talk. Alright, y'all. So I'm moving on to the soup. I hope y'all don't mind, because I'm just going to drink this like right out of the bowl. And y'all, I have looked up so many recipes for this. And I think what you do, and I'm going to try it soon, so I'll tell y'all. Maybe I'll do a mukbang about that, and cooking this and seeing if it's actually good. We like saute an onion, some celery, some garlic, and like some sesame oil in a pan or a pot. And then you add the water, you let it boil for like an hour or something, and then you strain the water, which becomes your broth basically, of the vegetables, and you like, you know, throw them out, but you like keep the broth. I think that's all it is. It's at least what I've read. It seems too good to be true and too easy. But y'all, I don't know how they can't recreate that in like a little packet. if you can make taco seasoning, if you can, I mean, all this stuff, like miso soup, you can buy in a packet that tastes like miso soup, which I don't love. I don't know why they can't recreate like this kind of soup. Because it's so easy. It's basically just a really, like a fancier broth. But yeah, at this restaurant, they give you the soup. I always get an extra one. But they give it to you in like a white styrofoam to-go cup. I love it. It's like the best. And like sometimes I'll just go by there and get a soup and just drink it in the car. Because they always have the soup ready, so you can just go in and order a soup and they'll have it for you in like 30 seconds. But you know how like something, I think it's like a placebo thing, like it's our brains and we've been taught this forever, but there's something about like when you're not feeling like 100%, you're not feeling great, like this like warm, like simple soup just like makes you feel like, just like so good. It's weird. See, and there's they put these little like onion things in the bottom. Or on top really, but then they, you know, get all soggy and they go to the bottom. Y'all can see them. But yeah, so this is, I mean, I hope my conversation today wasn't boring for y'all, but I just wanted to tell y'all kind of what's been going on. You know, just be transparent, I guess, and just, you know, see if there's anybody out there who can offer any advice, or if you've been through something similar, I would love, love, love to hear about it. Cause y'all, it really sucks, like, not feeling great all the time. And I feel like I sound awful because, like, there are so many people out there who deal with way worse than this. You know, like, really bad health issues, and, like, Lord be with them, because, like, they, you know, I can't imagine. But, you know, it's just kind of hard when something, like, comes into your life and, like, disturbs your day-to-day, and, like, you don't feel like yourself, and you don't feel like doing the things you like to do. You can't even, like, really, like, go to work and feel 100%. You can't even sleep 100%. Like, I can't even lay on the couch and watch TV and feel 100% because I'm not comfortable. Like, it's hard for me to find a position that's really comfortable for me. I haven't been able to play tennis for a while, or, like, do anything really that active because my back is hurting so bad. The other day, we went to eat dinner with some friends, and we were at, like, a rooftop bar, and, like, you know, I was, like, I'm just on a bar stool, and because there wasn't a back on it, it was, like, super uncomfortable for me. I was literally, like, miserable the whole time we were there because I was hurting. Just, like, stuff like that. You take your health for granted, and I really want to be healthy, and so it's just, you know, I don't know. It sucks. But I'll get there, y'all, and I hope that, you know, they get to the bottom of it and find what's wrong. I hope it's something serious. I hope it's just my gallbladder and they can get rid of it. But I have done my investigation. I know that's a very expensive thing too, so it's just like, y'all, healthcare is expensive. If I know one thing, it is that healthcare is expensive. I mean, like I said, back in 2013, I paid like $1,000 for this test that they did that didn't do nothing. God knows how much I'm going to have to pay for the ultrasound I have coming up soon. Anyway. Well, y'all, I do not mean to be a downer. I feel like this has been like one big like down fest. Like I'm a Debbie Downer and I've just like kind of unloaded on y'all. But y'all, I did not mean to do that. I just wanted to tell y'all what's been going on in my life so that y'all know the tea. And so that y'all know, like, if there's ever videos where me and Emily and Bucky are all together, you kind of know what the deal is, if I'm kind of not seeming like myself or something, because, like, Lord knows y'all love to comment and tell us when we're not seeming like ourselves, which we love, though. It's so much fun how y'all know our personalities. You can always, like, pick it up like that. It's great. But of course, like, thank you guys so much for all your support. It means so much to us. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing all the time. Thank you to our ride or dies. I just want to shout out Emily, y'all. Emily, she's been a ride or die from the beginning. You know I'm talking about Emily if you're there. And Lester. Y'all, they have been there from the beginning. They are the sweetest to us. And y'all, I just wanted to shout them out. Anyway, so yeah, this is me signing off, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. And you know, like we like to say, when life gets tough, y'all, and mine is a little bit right now, I'm just gonna keep on snacking. Bye, y'all.